in listen-only mode.
Hey, good morning, everybody. This is Brandon. I am going to take you all off of mute here. Oh, but you guys have got to mute yourself on your end, especially if you have lots of background noise. All right. Can y'all hear me okay? Maybe not. Let's see. We'll start testing some here. Hey, Jason, can you hear me?
Yeah, perfectly.
Excellent. All right. So if you can hear me, I'm assuming everybody else can. Let's see who else is coming in here. Where'd my questions go? All right. So today we've gone through 2 days of talking. The first day we were talking about how to sell the websites in Facebook pages, why they're beneficial for businesses. I really want to help you position yourself as you're talking with people. If you haven't gotten either the PowerPoint or the keynotes, they are on our website that you could download. If you go to socialstage.com, and I believe right now it's on FSI downloads, we're getting this updated. It's not, I'm sorry, that's not where we put it. We updated it already. There we go. If you go to socialstage.com/BIB for the business in a box, you can come down here onto webinars and PowerPoint, and you can either download the keynote or the PowerPoint. That is the presentation that we designed for you to use. It's unbranded. You can throw your name and logo on there, and it's designed for you to be able to walk your clients through. Had a client that was using their keynote on their iPad and just kind of door knocking strip malls, showing people what they could do. So that's an option for you. So yesterday we went through and installed, excuse me, we installed a page, a website into a Facebook page via our industry templates, and then we started working on installing one page at a time. We were using ColorZilla for color matching for those of you that needed it. We showed you how to borrow the background images from your client's existing website and how you can upload it and make it the background image of your site. So talked about how to sell, what to sell, how to talk about it. The next day we looked at building it. And today I really wanted it to be just let you ask questions, fill in the blanks of what you're still missing. If we want to go back and review things like the how to sell it, we want to review specific things on what to build, how to build it, then I'm open for that as well. This is really designed to be an hour-long Q&A where you have access to me and with any of your specific questions or even more global questions. So you can either use the question bar and write questions there, or if you want to unmute yourself and ask a question, you can do that as well. And we have a light crew today. It must be Friday. Jason, don't worry about missing yesterday. I'm glad you had that day with your family. That was really cool to see what you guys were doing. Is it preferable to upload a custom background or link out via CSS? Well, so the option's really yours. I mean, I know you have the skill set to use CSS, and it gives you much more flexibility that way, and you can create a more customized experience. The other option is creating a custom JPEG and using that as the background. Of course, if you use CSS, you can have better links or move things around to spec. The other option is just creating a JPEG and loading that as the background image. But like any other JPEG, it's pretty static. However, if you're building, let me go over here. Oh, we started building an Herbalife page for someone yesterday. Let's see. Well, even this one here, I mean, I can come in here and look at it. If you wanted to add a background to it, let's go into the customize. We did all this yesterday, but we could just select a background image, and I think I created an Herbalife file here. So there's a background image that was taken off of their website. And let's open it. We're going to save it in preview. I got to make that screen a little smaller. All right. All of a sudden it dropped all my stuff down to the bottom here. I'll have to look at that. So, you know what, let me just do this. We'll make it easier. So, added that as a background on certain pages where you have this big block for the picture and the form. It's not going to look quite as good, right? I mean, you know, that's kind of interesting the way that looks. It looks like a continuation. But, you know, with your setting CSS, or even if you're creating the JPEG, you know, depending on what apps or what pages you're using, your background image is going to look, you know, different. So as you notice, like on the home page, most of this picture is totally hidden. So I would say if you have the skill set with CSS, it's probably going to be a case-by-case basis in how much time and effort you want to put into a page. Do you want to code it, or do you want to just take a background image, load it in? Or, of course, you can always just make it a solid color background by reverting back. There you go. So it depends on the look and functionality you're going for, and then I would say, Jason, or anyone else, if you have the talent in-house to develop in CSS, what do they want to pay for? And do you want to spend that much of your time or resources to offer that? So, what else? More questions? Wow, I wasn't prepared to just keep talking. I thought we'd have lots of questions. Well, if you don't have any questions, then there we go. Do you like eggs? I do like eggs. Thank you. Bandwidth issues, concerns between the two methods. That's a good question. I am probably not the right technical person to answer that. I can find out for you. I'm thinking as I talk. The one thing with your CSS and you design it, should actually load quicker, I would imagine, or potentially, but it also depends on the size of the JPEG that you load as well. Overall, our servers are pretty robust and redundant, so usually if we have loading issues, it's usually a server issue with the server farm that we use, and it gets very quickly resolved because our alarms go off and we get moved over to a new server, or the server gets rebooted quickly. So Jason, I'm going to ask one of my developer, my software architect, that question, and I'll have to get back to you on it. I'm writing down this. Hold on. Okay, well, if you guys, oh, here we go. Now say, I've got questions for you if you don't have questions for me. How do you create the custom tabs like the Rip City, Colorado site on their Sir Speedy video? Okay, so Maria, are we talking about, oops, let's come back here. Let's see, are you talking about these tabs here? Which is what I'm assuming. Every time one of our apps is installed, thank you, we have an app, or we have an icon that defaults for it. Now, the functionality that Facebook gives us just changed on March 1st, so we're going to start updating these icons to be more forward-facing, more friendly for visitors. So, you know, it just says products. We want to make this more of appealing, but If you want to edit that, and you can load any PNG or JPEG you want, first thing you have to do is click this drop down here, so all of them are exposed. And there's a few things that you can do here. When you put your cursor over the image, you'll see the edit tool. The edit image opens up. If you click it, you've got a few different options in here. So you can swap the position, and so you're going to want the top 3 that are visible to be your biggest calls to action, because this is what the page will look like when the visitor first shows. Photos will always be here. You can't change it. But you have these 3 options that you can customize, or customize which ones show there. So you can swap it with the likes, and we can do that, and then update it, and should have moved. Where is the likes on here? No, there aren't any likes. That's the problem. So you could swap it. You could swap it with the home page and do that, and they reverse. And then you also have the edit. So if we want to edit the settings, you can click on edit. It's going to open up this little window, and you can custom name the tab. So right now, as we have it, it says, this one says products. If we edit it, we can make it say, you know, go shopping, and save it, and the name updates. Now to update the icon itself, we'll do this again. We'll say edit settings, and you have right here custom tab image. We click on change, and it's going to open up a new window for you. I think it's a little, this is going to get better from Facebook side, I'm assuming. This is something that they probably hadn't thought all the way through as they were rolling out the new timelines. But you can, when you get to this window, you click change, it opens up, you want to choose a file. It goes into your hard drive. You can choose any icon you want, load it, it's there, and you'll notice, and this is where it's kind of a little wonky in my opinion, is there's no like OK or select it or confirm it, but it's loaded, and you can just get out of that window, click OK here, and you'll notice that it pops up there. Did that, you got that, Maria? Okay, let me ask this question. We've gone through 2 days. You're welcome, Maria. We've gone through 2 days. What is your biggest concern in selling pages now? Is it the build, or is it you don't know how to present it, or is it that you don't think your clients are going to understand it or want it, or something different? Gosh, I feel like a teacher. I'm asking questions and no one's answering. There we go. Oh, great. How do I drive traffic to it? Well, so we'll take that one on first. How do I drive traffic to it? Now, there's several different ways that you could approach this, and it depends on really who you want to be and what type of services you want to provide for them. I really do think, and it depends on their budget and how they want to do it, but Facebook advertising is just a great method, and you could increase your monthly cost to them and manage their advertising. And advertising on Facebook is really, really easy, and you can set your daily spends, and you get great analytics. Let me go over here. So we're into facebook.com/advertising. Up in the top corner, you click on Create an Ad. Come on. There we go. And you'll notice that it just walks you through everything very simply. First part is your destination. if you're creating an ad and they're going to click, someone's going to click on it, what page do you want them to go to? So you just simply select a page. I'll use my friend's Pre-Made Paleo here. You can choose between a sponsored story and a Facebook ad. We'll get some white papers up on the differences between these two. In most cases, you're going to want to use Facebook ads. Very few cases, in my opinion, you'll want to do a sponsored story. But if you want some information on it, you click the question mark, and you'll get the information on it, on what it offers. You can do an ad from a post, or you can do a new ad message. I mean, it depends on the client, but overall, I'd say stick with the new ad message because then you can just control it. Then you can select the tab destination. So this is where if you have a landing page built into their Facebook page, you have some sort of a call to action that is download our coupon or download our white paper or request access to a webinar. You can drop them directly on that page, in this case that one. Then you can title it whatever you want, and we're going to, there we go. What in the world just happened with Facebook? Maybe it was me, but hold on. Sorry about that. Let's try this again. Okay, so you select the landing page you want them to go on. You have the title of it, you have the body, and so you don't have a ton of characters, but you'll see that they start building the ad for you, so it's not very difficult. So I can say on here are something like gym owner, provide pre-made paleo meals for your clients and share in our revenues. There. So you'll see that the ad is built, it's done. You can then either change the image or use the one that they've pulled from the page, and then we'll come down here and figure out the targeted audience. For him, he's only in the United States. But you can select, if you have a local, you can come in and let me break this down and show you. You can go by state, by city, and I can just come in here and say our city. And the other thing that's great is you're going to see the estimated reach here. Now what this means is there is 8,520 people that this ad is potentially going to be seen within my current parameters, which is people who live in the United States, in Westlake Village, California, and are 18 or older. Now you can come down here and start making more specific updates to that. So let's say that this ad up here, we wanted to create two different ads. One was targeted specifically to men, another one was targeted specifically to women. You can control the copy and say, you know, let me just do a silly one here. Gym owner, provide pre-made paleo meals for your female clientele, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to waste time on that, but you see where I'm going. We can make this very specific, and then we can even customize this picture just by uploading a new one and have it a picture of a woman eating the food, so that it's very focused on females. And then you can come in here and say we only want it to women, and you're going to see what the new estimated reach is going to be within those parameters. We're just waiting. There we go. So now it's only going to be shown to those 44,720 people. We can come in here and take some broad categories or more specific categories. So maybe we want to find people that are into maybe cooking. Well, probably not cooking for them. Outdoor and fitness activities. You could even start over here. I think they have a broader one for sports. But you can get as specific as you want. I think you get the idea. Now, the best part that I like about it is that you can also come down here and you can set a daily fee limit. So you can say, I want a daily budget right here of $50 per day. You could do, $10 a day. You can do $5 per day. And what will happen is, we can say pre-made paleo, female ad. So you know what your campaign is. You can set your time zone and then say what time of day you want the ad to run. And you're also going to see down here is your bidding options. So based on all the targeted options I did, they're saying that I'm going to spend about $1.08 per click. So if I'm going to spend $5 a day, maybe I want to up this to $6 and know that I'm going to get about 5 clicks per day. And that person is going to, if they click it, they'll click this ad. They'll drop right on that landing page that has a call to action with the form. And that form is designed that if they fill it out, they're immediately going to get an email from the system, and your client will immediately get a notification. So it's a very inexpensive and easy way for you to drive traffic to their page and hopefully drive sales. So you can go through the details of this. You can review the ad. And again, you set the times that you want the ad to run. And then when your $6 budget for the day is done, the campaign just turns off, and then it'll start up the next day again at whatever time you set. When you go into the advanced mode, you can set which days of the week you want it to go, all of that stuff. It's really pretty easy WYSIWYG stuff again. What you see is what you get. You just fill in the form. So I hope that helps. I love Facebook advertising. I just think it's a great way to drive traffic and add value, and you can do it fairly inexpensive. I mean, if you think about $6 a day, $5 a day, $10 a day, they're spending $150 to $300 a month. Maybe they're paying you now $150 a month for hosting the website, maintaining it, and managing these ads. What I like about these ads too is that you get immediate traffic. You could do a campaign, by the way, that's just focused on liking the page and send them straight to a page to like it, and your client will see this immediate uptick in likes and be, feel good that their money is being spent well. Maria, I hope that answered your question. The other option, if you didn't want to go Facebook advertising, they don't have the budget, is to do daily posts for them or teach them how to do it themselves and have them interact with it. Think about their Facebook page like a direct mail piece, like a brochure. The only difference is it's live and you can update it anytime you want. So every day there should be some sort of a message going out. I would recommend looking at a couple different tools if you wanted to engage in this. One of them is a company that we've actually partnered with, and let me pull them up here. Is Bundlepost. I use this tool. They have a $50 per month limited account. They have a $100 per month, very robust, unlimited account. But what Bundlepost does is it allows you to set some Google alerts and bring them in on a feed. So I have some alerts for like entrepreneurship and social media and things that I'm interested in. And they come in, and then the Bundlepost will automatically convert those into Facebook posts and Twitter posts and LinkedIn posts. I could also create my own social media posts, so I can talk about Social Stage, I can talk about whatever I want, but I write them once, and then when I want to produce these, I export them. I choose the articles I want, I add my own content. I export it, and then I load it into Hootsuite, and it schedules I tell it when, I schedule it, but it'll send those posts out to the pages at the date and time that I've requested it. So what that means is, and I've done a very horrible job of giving you bundle posts, I would actually refer you to one of their webinars to learn more. But what it means is you can take your client and say, all right, we're going to post one post every day to your Facebook page. And you can go in and create a system and export it from bundle posts, load it into like Hootsuite, and schedule one post every day at 10 a.m. to go onto their page. And I think you can do like 10 days at a time. So that means that you'd really only have to do this 3 times a month, but they would be getting a post on their page every day. So those are just options. You obviously don't have to use these, but those are great ways of driving traffic. I hope that was a good answer for you. Our biggest issue is how best to sell in a small market and pricing concerns. So I would say test a few things. Jason, you already have an agency there. I would look at a couple things for you. One is, do you want to build your residual income through this, or do you want to set yourself up with higher setup fees? I've heard clients doing a variety of different things. I had somebody over the last few months that just said, now that I know how to build the pages and I'm installing websites faster, I've just stopped charging a setup fee, and I just charge $99 per month from day one, which means they kind of get a $99 setup fee, but then they're charging $99 every month for the hosting and access to the tool. And their model was, I want to go out and get 100 clients that are paying me $100 a month, and I'm going to have a $10,000 revenue stream coming in. With that style, you are removing a lot of the barriers to entry. How does somebody say no when there's no setup fee? The only issue I see with that is making sure that they actually pay you each month. But that's one option. Now, I've also had clients that have sold them for $800, $1,000, even $2,000. So the $2,000 one was more of a full-service agency, and they have all their markup. But they were able to justify it because of the landing page, the autoresponder. They included about 20 different products that had direct links into the landing page in their website for that product. So it was a very robust solution, and they were structured as an agency, so they were able to get it. So my biggest recommendation would be test a few different things, know what's important to you and your business, and then test and see what your market's going to bear. I always like to sell a little bit cheaper on the front end. I don't mind leaving a little bit of money on the table at the front end. I like to get some clients moving because it's always easier to sell more clients when you have existing clients, and you can bump up your pricing as you go if you feel like you're leaving money on the table. All right, Jason, I hope that was a good answer for you. Why not doing any regular fees? Timeline. Direct messaging, you mean posting on your timeline page? Yeah, I think that with the timeline page, let me come over, let me take you to the social stage page here. A few of the tools that I like with timeline is the ability to highlight. And so you can do two things. They borrow a little bit of Pinterest language where you can pin something to the top, and it'll stay at the top of your timeline for up to 7 days. So you can see that you can pin it, it'll stay there, and then what I like to do is use links. If we're going to leave it up there for 7 days, I want to have some sort of a call to action. I want to have links that they can go to and have a bit more functionality. So if you're using some sort of a weekly special and you want to sell something at a reduced price, or you want to promote one of your clients or anything like that, you don't have to go in every day and write a new post. You can just pin it and keep it up at the top. the other thing you can do is highlight it. And what highlight is going to do, I've got one down here somewhere. Maybe not. So we'll just take this one here. This is one of our clients. He is with Pip Printing, and he was presenting websites and Facebook pages at a local trade show, local convention. But you can highlight it. If you click on the highlight, what that's going to do is expand it across the entire width of your page. Obviously, I'm going to have to come in and adjust the picture for this. But it will highlight it and make it different than all the other posts on your page. So with messaging, I'm going to, oops, I didn't mean to remove it. There we go. Removed it from highlights. With messaging, make sure that you're using good calls to action. You're not just posting all about you. Post about your community, about your industry, give good valuable information, and keep people interested in what you are saying because you're a good community member. You're not just being, a selfish salesperson that's all about yourself. All right, let me get in here. How did you get to the point of advertising options? Okay, I'll send this to you too. It's facebook.com/advertising. There you go. Is this something we would sell to our customers, or do they set it up themselves? So Maria, that's up to you. I would say that you could do it yourself and make it part of the service that you provide. Now again, it depends on how they're structured. And what I mean by that is, are they savvy with Facebook? And I tell when I was doing this, I mean, this is how we started Social Stage, is that I was building Facebook pages for clients, and we were managing their PPC and their Facebook advertising. What I would tell them is, you can do it yourself. The difference is we do this every day, and we'll do it for you, and we'll go in and look at the analytics, because you get great data from Facebook. And if you look and you say, wow, nobody's clicking this ad, then we'll change the copy. We'll change the call to action. We'll change out the picture if we need to, and really want to make sure that we stay on top of it. And the way I've presented it to my clients is, you are more than welcome to do it if you're going to do it, right? Do you want to take time of your day to manage this? Or do you want to stay focused on the day-to-day operations of your business? So it's just like any other service, right? I could go out and design my own direct mail pieces. They may not be very good. The question is, do I like what I produce? And do I want to take my time to do it? Or do I want to hire somebody that does this well and does it for a living? So you all know that. You've had those conversations before with your clients. Okay. Messages under the admin panel. Sorry, I missed you on that. So yeah, with the messages under the admin panel, we have not been using it, and maybe we should. That's interesting. I don't know if our insights have been updating. Either that or nobody likes us anymore. I have not been using messages in here. My personal opinion is that I don't want to message people in Facebook this way. I feel like the culture of Facebook is that the power is in every individual's hands. If they want to know what we're saying, they're going to come to our page. If they see something that we've posted on our page in their news feed and they're curious, they'll click it and link and come over. I find messaging to be counter to the culture that Facebook has already established, which is, it's my page, it's my account, I have control, I can go where I want, when I want to, and if you stop bombarding me with messages, I'm not going to like it. But that's just my opinion. I would love to see somebody else use it and tell me what they think. All right. Yeah, that's a great question. So the industry sites that we've created for spas and restaurants was the first ones that we've created were Strategic Decisions. because we saw a lot of our clients going after those industries. So that's why we went for those. What I liked about those is that there's good lead capture options. There's good use of coupons, and they already do couponing and lead capturing strategy already, so they get it. You can say, here's the website, there's social sharing. What I like about it with both spas and restaurants too is you can encourage people to check in. When you get there, you've seen it, you've walked in places, they have the big signs that say, hey, check in on Facebook and tag us. The gal that cuts my hair, I keep telling her that, I mean, she's totally anti-Facebook, she doesn't want to get on it, and I said, you're missing out on huge, huge potential inexpensive marketing. Every person that comes in that you cut their hair, take their picture, if they'll let you, of course, tag them from your salon and show that, say that they just got their hair cut. Even if you just thank them, don't take a picture. What that would do is expose your brand, your Facebook page, to every one of their friends. And if you could do that 2 or 3 times a day, tell somebody, oh, are you on Facebook? Oh, like my page, and then thank them publicly for being a client and tag them. Every single person they know has the potential to see your public thank you. So, and that reminds me, let me back up the question about how to drive traffic. I think tagging is one of the most powerful and underutilized tool with Facebook, because when you tag somebody, it exposes your brand potentially to every one of their friends that follows them. So I was showing you earlier the Pre-Made Paleo account, which is a friend of mine who's a chef out of Atlanta. Let me do that. Facebook's running slow today. But when Rich launched this maybe 6 months or so ago, he didn't have any likes on his page. And what he does is prepackaged meals and really focuses on the CrossFit industry. So what he started to do was go and have conversations with some of these CrossFit gyms, and what he would do is check in on his smartphone when he got there. He would like their page, he would check in, and he would tag them, and he said something like, having great conversations with people at Atlanta CrossFit about prepackaged paleo meals. And he'd post it, and what would happen is all of the gym members from that gym that liked the Facebook page had the ability to see his post, and they were clicking through to his Facebook page, and he had a call to action of, I think, 20 or 25% off, hit your first order on the introductory offer. And what he said, and these are crazy numbers, I know, his page needs some updating, but crazy numbers I know, but he said he had increased sales in his business by 300% the first weekend he started using Facebook, and just was tagging. He went out and saw about 10 different gyms, tagged them, and had people click through and place orders as new clients. So tagging is just an incredibly powerful tool that either you can do for your client as a Facebook admin for their page, or you could teach them to do for themselves. So back to your question, Maria, spas, restaurants have had tremendous success. I think across the board with using Facebook advertising, using lead capture forms, and using very direct calls to action, I have had success with clients in all sorts of industries. Some of you may know this. I owned a printing company as well called Digital Lizard, and we were collecting, we were gathering about 8 to 9 leads, new leads per day with Facebook advertising, and we were spending like $25 a day doing it. It was a very direct call to action to graphic designers. They clicked it, they came to our landing page where we talked about our RevShare program, and we were gathering about 8 to 10 leads per day off of spending somewhere around $25 per day. So any industry, if you have a strategy and you have calls to action, it's been working great. I think the key thing is making sure that it's used, because it's a tool, right? It's a great tool, it's a powerful tool, but it's just a tool. And if you don't use the tool, it's not going to be effective for you. And what I like to say is, if you don't use the tool's going to use you. And people throw their hands up in the air and they go, oh, Facebook doesn't work. Well, does Facebook not work, or you didn't work your Facebook strategy? So that was kind of a long tangent there. I hope that was valuable information, though. Okay, Sandy, your question, same one. Yeah, you know, I think, again, I'll just reiterate, the stronger ones are folks that are already using things like coupons or lead captures. They understand the value of a white paper. You know, again, I saw a site for a insurance broker. You would think, insurance broker, why are they online? Why are they on Facebook? It's more of a B2B. But again, you can target advertising on Facebook to people about their corporate job, about their title, about their position. It's not just because Facebook's a place of fun and games. When they enter in their information, their name and their title and the company they work for and things that they like, you can target them that way. So verticals that seem to be stronger than others, again, I think restaurants and spas are great. Anything that is a traditional word-of-mouth marketing that has good potential or has traditionally received a lot of business from word of mouth, Facebook's just the ultimate word of mouth marketing tool. So I even think like the dental industry and the veterinary industry. What I love about veterinary is that people love pictures about their pets. So you could create a very strong strategy for them in using their Facebook page by encouraging people to either post pictures of their pets on there, or they do it internally. When somebody comes in for their grooming or something, they take a picture of the pet, tag the owner, thank them publicly for their business, and then ask them, you know, encourage their clients to share it, right? Why wouldn't they share the picture with all their friends and say, oh, look, you know, we got Fluffy groomed today, look how pretty she is. They share it with all their friends, and then the veterinary clinic's brand and name and information gets exposed to all of them. And you could even do it then where you're promoting discounts to gather new clients, right? Our new client special, download our coupon for 25% off, whatever your first visit as a new client. So you guys will notice I can go off on any industry when you ask which verticals. It's really about creating a strategy. Who are they targeting? What do they want? What do they currently do? And how do we use the tool to take advantage of that? All right, my questions have stopped flowing in. Have I sparked any other questions? I think somebody's writing one. That's not a question, Jason, but thank you. You as well. Enjoy the family. All right. If there's no other questions, what I want to do is just offer up. You can email me if you'd like to ask other questions. I think another question's coming in, but email me. It's Brandon@socialstage.com. I'll be glad to help you. If there's other areas, vertical markets, I have a big client base in this vertical market. How do I approach it? Send it to me. We'll get somebody on our team to maybe write it up as like a sales sheet, like here's how we would approach this vertical market. We'll put it up on our Business in a Box, and that way it'll be available for you plus all of our other clients. So if you have any of those specifically, let us know. We'll do that. I'm just trying to buy a little time here. It looks like someone's writing a question. By the way, you're all unmuted on my end, so if you wanted to ask a question, you could do that. Okay, nonprofit vertical. Yeah, Sandy, let's schedule a call for some time today, and I'll be glad to go through that with you. We have a few nonprofits that I've seen come through for clients, and we could address that. So I'll give you my direct line. There you go. Any other questions? I think one is coming in. Let me think what else I could just go and talk about. What other industries have I seen come in lately? If you have connections with franchise organizations, multi-level marketing companies, we have great programs for those. They're a little bit different in that we could actually pre-create the website. It's just like our brand solution, like we have here for, say, Remax or Stella & Dot or Creative Memories. If you have access to one of those, talk to us specifically about what our program is like, but we do have a program where we can partner with you to build a solution for a specific brand. And the difference is, instead of having to build each website for every Facebook page, we actually pre-build it just like our industry websites, except this time we add all the content, we add the branding to it, and then for every location you can install it in about 10 seconds, and each location then just customizes it for their location. Not for, you don't have to customize it from soup to nuts. So, all right. It looks like a question is coming in, so I want to wait for that. As that question's coming in, what I would appreciate as well is feedback on this 3-day series. We're doing it again next week, and I'd like to keep refining it. My vision for it was the 2 days of getting you comfortable with selling it, how to sell it, what questions they're asking, all of that we did on Wednesday. Thursday was more tangible, building it, and I did want Friday to be Q&A. I quite honestly, I expected more questions. Of course, we have a lot fewer people that joined today from the previous days. I also know that it's Good Friday. It's Passover and Easter weekend, so maybe there's a lot of folks that aren't working today. But that was my strategy for it. If there's any comments or suggestions that you have for us in making this better, I would appreciate that as well. I mean, our whole vision for the business is really a big win-win. We created the platform to help other people build businesses providing Facebook pages. We think we have a very robust and awesome tool to help people, whether they're designers or developers or not, to provide very robust and very profitable tools for their clients. It's profitable for you as we've gone through, but I think it's also a tremendous tool for your end user clients. Facebook is just hot right now. We already know that. They're pre-IPO. They have nearly 1 billion people that use it, and it's just a great location for a business to position themselves. So let's see, after my first person, yeah, that's absolutely acceptable, Darlene. So go do your first presentation. Don't worry about it, right? We're all salespeople. We know that we're going to make mistakes. And a lot of times for me, it takes 3 or 4 of them to really hone in and say, wow, this is where people really responded. This is what people liked. This is what they needed to hear, whatever it may be. So yeah, go do some presentations. Use our Keynote, our PowerPoint. Update it, change it, tweak it to meet your style, and let us know what works and what's not working and any other future questions. So I am going to wrap it up. Bye, Darlene, and understand everybody's got to get going. Our hour is almost up. So I'm going to wrap it up. If you have specific questions or I didn't wait long enough for you to ask yours, you can email me at brandon@socialstage.com, and we could have a conversation if you'd like about your specific industries or your specific clients. I'd love to do that in any way that we can help you grow your business. I believe that anybody that can sell their first page will be able to sell their second, and if you can sell 1 or 2, you should be able to sell 50 to 100. And the reason I say that is once you experience the process of selling it, installing it, and watching your client be successful with it, everybody's going to get excited about it. They'll start telling people about it. They'll have people that visit it and see it and want one. So be sure you always customize your footer so that any visitor to that page will know who built it and who manages it. Let them click it and go back to your Facebook website, see it in action. We built in the lead capture form in those pages specifically for that reason. So like I said, you get your first 1, 2, or 3 of them, I think you could sell 50 or 100. Last thing I will say is I do believe that the folks of our clients that have been growing the fastest have been those that have door knocked. Now, you can virtually door knock. If you're good with Facebook, you're good with Twitter, you have a great LinkedIn following. You know, door knocking, in my opinion, looks in a bunch of different ways. We do provide flyers that you can customize. Our customization online tool will be ready soon. But if you wanted to use our flyers now and customized it, printed out 100 of them, and go door knock the spas, go door knock the restaurants. We have a couple general flyers as well, so you can just door knock any business and let them see what it would look like. They are having great success. I actually have a part-time college student here locally that is closing 2 to 3 new websites a week on, you know, a few hours every day. The typical, if you're a salesperson that doesn't care about hearing the word no, you just move on to the next one. I think you can have a tremendous amount of success with this. So I encourage you, if that fits your style and you're comfortable with it, go for it. It's been working really well. I think I see another question coming in, and then if not, I'm going to wrap up. No, maybe not. All right. Well, I am going to thank you for your time on a Friday morning. Wish you all a great Passover and Easter weekend. And I will be around all day today if you would like to talk. This was my only webinar for the day. I've been having 3 to 4 webinars with different groups of people every day. They're very fun, and I get some great feedback. So I'll be around doing desk work today. If you need me, please reach out. And if not, thank you and have a safe weekend.